Not. One should be qualified to take initiation. And who will come to the spiritual life, who is interested in the spiritual life, only, and who want to follow the regulative principles strictly, he can be given initiation. And who will be inclined to the spiritual life? The person who has performed the pious activities for many, many lifetimes. Then only, by the mercy of the Lord, he will get inspiration to take association of the devotees, which we call satsang. Taking association of the devotee itself is a great benediction from the Supreme Lord. Because without the association of the devotees, Vaishnavas, one cannot remain properly in the spiritual life. Beginning of spiritual life starts with the association of the devotees. Sustenance of spiritual life continues with the association of the devotees. So those who are interested in association of the devotees, service to the Vaishnavas, service to the Lord, service to the holy name of the Lord, only they will be interested to continue, and when they are following the regulative principle, then they will get qualified. Jiva Goswami Pad, while defining the initiation, Diksha, says that Diksha is a process by which the living entity will be freed from the reaction of all the sinful activities he performed in the previous life. Gives an example. When the mercury is touched with the brass, both in a proper proportion, which is called paras, it turns to the gold. The proper proportion, chemical interaction, the brass will change to the gold. Gold is a different quality, but the process. In the same way, Diksha is the process by performing which, and the living entity will be freed from the reaction of many lifetimes, all the previous lifetimes in the full activity. Now he is properly situated to continue the devotional service. Supreme Lord is the pure of the purest. When we want to serve the Lord, we must have that qualification of the purity. To maintain that purity, following the regulative principles strictly is one of the most essential aspect of the devotional service. We can compromise anything not to the regulative principles, in which chanting is one of the most important, minimum of 16 rounds. While giving the introduction to the nectar of devotion also, Srila Prabhupada gives nice explanation of the initiation. We perform many activities in Krishna consciousness. Some activities are performed mentally, some activities are performed with the speech, some activities are performed with the body. Remembering the pastimes of the Lord, holy name of the Lord is mental. We can think all the time, wherever we are, we can always think mentally about the glories of the Lord. And glorifying the Lord, participating in Sankirtana, it is activities with the speech. Bodily activities, we do so many activities. All those activities, if they are in relation to Krishna, then they become Krishna activities. It further said that to get an interest, one should perform those activities in service of Krishna with a relation. Just like if I say, oh, so-and-so is my friend, and he will also say that so-and-so is my friend. If I don't say that I know him, he also knows him. There is no relation in that. It's almost like impersonal. When we establish a relation, then only it becomes personal. When you are performing the activities in service of Krishna with this body, we must have the relation. That relation is established when you take an initiation. So that's why Srila Prabhupada writes that initiation is the process whereby the living entity, the candidate, is establishing a link with Krishna through the spiritual master. Spiritual master is the via media, transmedia between Lord and the living entity. So today is the auspicious day. It is a new birth for those taking Harinam initiation. There are two births. One is the birth by the parents, and second by the spiritual. And because it's the second birth, they are given the name also. When you take the birth through the parents, you are given a name. Similarly, the spiritual birth also, you are given a name. So from today onwards, your life will be changing. Previously you were chanting, reading, but when you take initiation, all those activities what you are doing, what you will be reading will be different. You can feel yourself. When you read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Caitanya Charitamrita, the understanding will change it. So from today onwards you will start the new life. We pray Lordship to bless you to continue this spiritual life. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presta Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastya Chadeshtarne Sri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindarbhya evacha Paditanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Krishna Janmastami Mahotsava ki jai. Sri Sri Radha Radhanath ki jai. Hare Krishna. I hope everything's in focus. Thank you, Ram Govinda Maharaj, for the wise words. Very nice words of Krishna consciousness, knowledge and encouragement. Yes, it's such a wonderfully auspicious occasion, Sri Krishna Janmastami. although of course we're celebrating under extraordinary circumstances that, anyway, we all know what the circumstances are. Oh, it must be some special feature of Kali Yuga. Tembi, can you just move across? Well, I don't know. Or maybe, can we move this thing so that I can see? No. Yes. So it's just a wonderful, just such a wonderful occasion under such extraordinary circumstances. Normally the temple room would be full, but, well, I think it is full, actually. I think it is full, but in a sort of a different way. Oh, Krishna. Anyway. Yes. So, very auspicious occasion, very auspicious ceremony of initiation. We have a number of devotees from many different parts of the world who are receiving initiation today, first or second. We have, it's plus or minus 20 or even, say 20 and a little more receiving first initiation. And then we have also another roughly 20 receiving second initiation. That's very nice, and I'm sure Srila Prabhupada is very happy to see that this is all happening in this way, because Srila Prabhupada emphasized that the happiness of the devotee is to see others becoming devotees and other devotees progressing as devotees, progressing in Krishna consciousness. This is the happiness of a devotee. The devotee is not really so much concerned about or focused on or interested in even how am I doing, what am I doing, am I being successful? Certainly not if are people noticing me, prominence. But rather the devotee, even if the devotee is struggling in Krishna consciousness, but if the devotee sees that others are becoming devotees and other devotees are progressing as devotees, this is the happiness of the devotee. We were reading last night, Srila Prabhupada was saying, a devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, should we be concerned about going back to Godhead, or should we be interested in preaching? And Prabhupada said, if you're a preacher, then you've already gone back to Godhead. Yes. So what does it mean to be concerned about going back to Godhead? Prabhupada said that yes, what is the concern about becoming liberated if you're already liberated? Oh, it's very interesting. So it's very nice that despite the unusual and in certain respects kind of uncomfortable circumstances, that the Krishna consciousness movement is going on and people are coming forward and becoming devotees and committing themselves to Krishna consciousness. Initiation, particularly first initiation, means like that, commitment, that previously, of course, we were all wandering in this material world. We're just wandering in material existence from here to there, with certainly no proper aim, just different types of hallucinatory aims. And while pursuing those aims, we're encountering so many problems, and so much suffering. It's just, well, it was literally crazy, actually. It was literally crazy. But somehow, not just somehow, but by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, who was carrying the mercy of Lord Caitanya and Lord Nityananda, the mercy of Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna. So us wandering, conditioned souls, we received the opportunity for becoming Krishna conscious. We received that great gift of incalculable value. We received it. It was simply mercy. It was simply mercy. There was a great shortage of qualification. So then one takes to Krishna consciousness, one begins practicing, and as one applies oneself, then certainly more mercy comes, and one is able to become a little established, situated in Krishna consciousness, practicing in regular ways. So when a devotee becomes situated like that, then comes the time for becoming initiated. Maharaj already mentioned that the difference, there are great differences between being initiated and not being. Yes, and there's no doubt that in a number of vital ways, initiation helps the devotee very constructively in his or her progress in Krishna consciousness. First thing is that one becomes more strongly connected to the disciplic succession through the initiating spiritual master. Of course, even prior to initiation, when one is serving under the shelter of Srila Prabhupada, connection is there. It's not that one is just disconnected and there's it's some sort of excessively remote situation. The connection is there through Srila Prabhupada. But when one receives initiation, first initiation, that connection becomes stronger. Not that the relationship with the initiating spiritual master replaces the connection, the relationship with Srila Prabhupada. It doesn't do that. To think like that would be a grave mistake. But what it does do, it adds to that. It adds to that. So the connection to Srila Prabhupada becomes stronger. And in this way, the connection to the whole parampara becomes stronger. And when we talk about mercy, last night actually in Bhagavad Gita, we were talking about this. In the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna, towards the end of the chapter, he emphasizes that while engaged in one's spiritual activities, in Krishna consciousness, one receives mercy. And when one receives mercy from the Lord through disciplic succession, then everything becomes enhanced and developed. Yes, so the connection then to the parampara, the mercy is flowing down from the original great reservoir of mercy, Kripa Sindhu, Daya Sindhu, Lord Krishna himself, and then of course taken by Lord Caitanya and Lord Nityananda and amplified even much further, and then passed on down the line of disciplic succession to this day. So that connection with parampara, strengthened connection, is a very extremely important and valuable part of first initiation and second initiation for that matter. Yes, then of course in first initiation, the devotee receives the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The process of for Krishna consciousness in Kali Yuga is the chanting of the holy names. We all know so well, we've heard so many times, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam Eva Kevalam, Kalonas Jeva, Gatiranyata, to paraphrase a little. In the Kali Yuga, there's no other way than chanting the holy names. Of course, in the context of what we just said in regard to parampara, we could say that there's no alternative to chanting the holy names as one receives them in parampara. So in the first initiation, the devotee is given the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Of course, the devotee's already been chanting for a year, 2, 3, 4 years, some extended period of time every day. But now one is receiving, you could say, an empowered form of the holy name. There is more spiritual Shakti there through receiving, through the sanctified chanting beads, through the disciplic succession. And therefore we've had experience in many cases of many devotees coming to us after receiving initiation, first initiation, and telling us that, oh, now my chanting, it's really something quite different and much better to what it was before. So this is another important part of first initiation. Then of course one takes vows, one makes commitments in Krishna consciousness to follow the 4 regulative principles, to chant not less than 16 rounds. Here we are in front of Sri Radha Radhanath, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Giri Govardhan, some members of the parampara. Everything looks so divine and just incredibly beautiful. And Srila Prabhupada is here on the Vyasasan, Tulsi Maharani is here. Oh, what a situation for taking vows. What an audience for taking vows in front of. What witnesses to have. What witnesses. I've read on a few occasions, and I just read recently again, a devotee was asking Srila Prabhupada, what do we do if some initiated devotee who took the vows suddenly sort of falls away and they tell us that, no, I'm not practicing now. I'm not going to follow the vows. And Srila Prabhupada responded, you must tell them that you vowed. We were there. We heard you. We saw you. You cannot say it never happened. And various other things, but that was one thing that Prabhupada said. So here we have our, some 3 devotees physically in front of us, 2 of them receiving first initiation, and all these others, at least those receiving first initiation, at least there's plus or minus 20, 25, something like that altogether. And they're all going to take vows. And all of you must know that there are witnesses. We are all to be held to our vows. This is not something whimsical that you can say it one day and reject it the next day. This is serious. But it's not just serious in the sense of being, like very sobering. It is very sobering. But it's very wonderful. We just read in Bhagavad Gita last night how Lord Krishna referred to the regulative principles as the regulative principles of freedom, not the regulative principles of restriction or something of that sort. Regulative principles which make life more difficult and constrain us in ways that we weren't constrained before. But Lord Krishna calls them the regulative principles of freedom. They free us from these unwanted and just terribly entangling and pain-inducing, sinful activities. It is just so wonderful to get free from something which is the source of extreme pain. And that's what the regulative principles are. So the devotees are taking those vows to follow the 4 regulative principles, plus to chant a minimum of 16 rounds every day. Not a maximum, but a minimum. And again, that's wonderful, because as we get a taste more and more for chanting, then we taste more nectar. So 16 is a minimum. There's a famous morning walk of Srila Prabhupada where he's asked, how do you know when your chanting is of good quality? And Prabhupada famously replies that when you feel that why just 16 rounds? Why not 16,000? Then you know your chanting has become or is becoming of a good quality. So that principle, regulative principle of not less than 16 rounds, it's a gift. It's not a restriction or some limitation on your freedom. It's a great gift to enter into the realm of nectar. Then, of course, the devotees get their new spiritual names. We have been thinking and thinking and thinking, and then thinking again in some cases of names. And, well, I think we have some nice names. And the devotees must be known by those names for the future. At least in the devotee society, they must be known by those names and not just addressed again by the names from the previous material existence. So these are the main elements in the first initiation. And then we have a number of devotees, one sitting here who's taking part physically in the yajna, and others 20 or so who are in Zoom land. Through Zoom, they're receiving their second initiation. We can just briefly say that even though in second initiation there is no formal acceptance or commitment to certain vows specifically, as there is with first initiation, but certainly there's a very clear idea that if you were to get second initiation, you must have already, you could say, moved forward from the position that you were in when you received first initiation. You must have advanced. It has to be. Yes, because it's a higher position. It's a more respectable position. It's a more responsible position. And it's a position in which there's more opportunity in devotional service. So before devotees are given that opportunity and like that, that mercy of getting second initiation, then the devotees, of course, are observed. There's even a school of thought that devotees should not ask for second initiation. They should wait until it's offered to them. I wouldn't say it's not universally accepted, but definitely there are some devotees, senior devotees, who feel like that. Because it's a very substantial thing. And one is observed to see if one is really developing Brahminical qualities, because second initiation means being initiated as a Brahmin. Samadhamastvakshocham shantya arjavam evacha jnanam vijnanam astikyam brahma karma sabhavajam. Lord Krishna says in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, wisdom, knowledge, and religiousness, these are the qualities by which the Brahmins work. Well, it's also the qualities by which the first initiated devotees and all devotees should work. But these are requirements for second initiation, to be a Brahmin. These are requirements. It's not optional. One must have developed those qualifications to a nice degree, and one must continue to manifest those nice qualities to really be a proper Brahmin in Krishna consciousness. So when the devotees receive second initiation, then they receive particularly two things. One thing is they receive Gayatri mantras, which are chanted silently, and these mantras, of course, they're only given at the time of second initiation. Not that they're actually on a higher level than the Hare Krishna mantra. The Hare Krishna mantra is the Maha Mantra, the great or the greatest of all mantras. But they definitely help one's chanting of the Maha Mantra and help with the refinement of character, which is there or should be there in second initiation Brahminical life. So one receives those mantras, very beautiful mantras, very wonderful mantras. And if one chants them very nicely, again one will feel their influence, beneficial influence. Then of course one gets the permission. It's implicit. It's just automatically included in the second initiation. One doesn't have to ask for it separately. But the permission to perform worship of installed deities, like Sri Radha Radhanath, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Giri Govardhan, who are all here by their mercy in front of us. Yes, one gets that facility. And again, just like the Gayatri mantras, arguably more so perhaps, but no less, to be able to worship installed deities, that is such a great good fortune. Such a great good fortune to get that, to be given that open permission, anytime, anywhere. You can engage in that type of service, to worship formally installed deities. It means not just deities like home deities. Many devotees have that, even in some occasions, some cases occasionally, they're not even first initiated, but in many cases where devotees are first initiated, they worship deities at home. But now to worship the formally installed deities, this is a different level. This is really a different level. And if there has been any type of home deity worship up to this point, it's all just not that it's not to be taken seriously, that it's more preparatory for the worship of the deities who have been formally installed. So these are great gifts that come to the devotee with second initiation. So these are some thoughts on first and second initiation. Of course, we did mention about the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in regard to first initiation. Let us just very briefly mention the 10 offenses, because one's chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it will be as good as or as bad as, whatever, depending on whether you chant with, or to what degree you chant with or without offenses. Once you get the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, there's basically nothing that can stop you at all, except offenses. Yes. So oftentimes, or generally, at least often, Prabhupada, when he would give first initiation, he would recite the 10 offenses. I'll just mention them. First offense, to blaspheme the devotees who dedicate their lives to propagating the holy names of the Lord. Then to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Rama to be equal to or independent of the names of Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna. Third, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. 6, to give some interpretation on the holy names of the Lord. 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy names of the Lord. 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna to be one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as fruit of activities, karma kandya. 9, to instruct the faithless person in the glories of the holy name. And 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on these matters. Plus it's also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. And as Prabhupada said, every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnav, sometimes devotees have doubts about that. Do I really claim to be a Vaishnav? But anyway, anyone who's meant to be a devotee should really avoid these offenses in order to achieve the goal, which is Krishna Prema. So these are some thoughts on first and second initiation. And we'd ask all the devotees assembled here in the temple room, assembled in Zoom land, in Facebook land, all of you, please offer your blessings to these devotees that they move forward very nicely in their Krishna consciousness from What's that? Oh, okay, sorry. Where is the thing?
What are the 4 regulative principles you follow?
No gambling, no meat eating, no intoxicants, no illicit sex.
And what is the positive? What you will do? These are the negative regulative. What are the positive? Chant.
Chant is
That is not. And service to the tent. That should be motto. One must serve the devotees. That is important aspect of the spiritual life. By the mercy of Radharani, today you will get the name. From here on, henceforth, in this material world and spiritual world, you will be called by the name Vasudevadas.
Can we spotlight on action?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Can we spotlight on it, please?
What are the regulative principles you will follow?
No meat eating, including fish and eggs. No intoxication, no gambling, no illicit life.
What is the third?
And chant 6 grams a day.
What is the third one against the holy offense against the holy name of the Lord?
Yes.
What is the
Gambling.
huh? 10 offenses.
You to obey the order of the spiritual master.
Okay. And what is the first one?
To blaspheme the devotees who have tried to complete the holy name of the Lord.
The beads I will give when I come that side. No beads today. You are on the internet. By the mercy of Radharani, from henceforth in this material world and spiritual world, you will be called Aniruddha Das. Hare Krishna.
Did you hear that? Aniruddha Das.
Did you get it? Did you receive? Can you hear me? Aniruddha Das.
He's muted.
Can we unmute him, or does he have to unmute himself?
Yes, I can hear you, Maharaj.
Okay. What's your name? I said?
Aniruddha Das.
Tell the meaning later when I come.
Okay.
No, okay.
So you can
I'm
offer your
sort of-
pranam mantras now as we move on.
I'm kind of imprisoned here. I've got to, you see, yeah, Tembi is going to have to
First.
come.
Right, okay.
So what,
Let Tembi first and then we'll do all the Zoom.
yes, Tembi first, that's the thing. Hare Krishna, oh, I tell you, our internet, Anyway, it's recovering. It's not easy. Now the Russians are back here. How am I going to do that? Okay.
Can come right here.
So, yes, right here, that's it. can't hear. Okay.
She's in silent mode.
It's all right. We understand. Hare Krishna. Please tell us, Tembe, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow for the rest of your life? Okay. And what's the minimum number of rounds you'll chant every day of Hare Krishna? Very good. Thank you very much. So we are going to give you a name of Srimati Radharani. It means Srimati Radharani who delivers the devotees from their entanglement in this material world to the lotus feet of Krishna. I can write it down for you, and for all the others I can write them down. Try and remember, listen to this. From today on, your name will be Tarini Radhika Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna. Okay.
Okay, so Yogendra Prabhu, Rajkishore Prabhu, we all have the list, right? So you can zoom into Samandri Mataji first.
Yes, Samandri's first, and then it's sort of back and forth.
Okay.
Well, that's the list.
Yeah, as we got it. So, so as you call the name out, we'll just go back and forth.
That's right.
The best, yeah.
That's right. Hare Krishna, Samandri.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Oh, I've got your beads. I have chanted on your beads. We will get them to you in due course. But for the time being, please tell us, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow for the rest of your life?
No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication.
Okay, thank you. Very good. And what is the minimum number of rounds of Hare Krishna you'll chant every day?
16.
16 rounds. Very good. So I'm going to give you a name. You know, it can be taken in different ways. It can be taken as a name of Lord Caitanya. It can be taken as a name of Vishnu Priya, who was the sort of main wife, the second wife of Lord Caitanya. It basically, anyway, you'll get the idea. From today on, your name will be Sachi Priya Devi Dasi. Sachi Priya Devi Dasi Ki. Yeah. And this is me handing the beads, but anyway. All right, very good. Very good, thank you. So next is from Ukraine. Oh, we got to give volume. So can you hear me all right there? Хорошо, спасибо. No, dear Mataji Natasha. Can we... We talk a microphone, but she should... No. She should put her... We should see her.
They should spotlight.
Spotlight. I'm not an expert on Zoom. Natasha.
You see us.
Natasha is Alchevsk. Где вы? Is this you? Where? Hare Krishna. So, what shall we do? Hare Krishna. Oh, what? Haribol. Hare Krishna, Natasha. Как поживаете? Хорошо, скажите, пожалуйста, микрофон есть? О, спасибо. Скажите, пожалуйста, каким 4 регулирующим принципам вы обещаете следовать? Громко. Спасибо. Спасибо. Но вы должны читать не меньше, чем 16. Больше это за. Мы больше, чем, не меньше, чем. Хорошо. So, я дам вам имя. Это имя как группе преданных, известный преданных, жени Змея Калия. Да, они были преданные. С сегодняшнего дня ваше имя будет Nagapatni Devi Dasi. Nagapatni Devi Dasi ki. Я буду писать вам, я дам вам имя. Wow, okay. Хорошо, Нагапатни Деви Даси ки джай. Харе Кришна. Hare Krishna, spasiba vam. Okay, next one is it Yele? Okay, Nagapatni, Hare Krishna. Monsieur, сейчас. Next, is it Yelena or Aliona? Aliona, okay. Also from Alchevsk. Where's Aliona? Вот. Hare Krishna Alyona. Haribol. Скажите, пожалуйста, каким четырем регулирующим принципам вы обещаете следовать? Громко. Хорошо. Окей, спасибо вам. Спасибо вам. Хорошо. Я хочу дать вам имя, это имя Шримати Радharani. Имя означает, что она, ее природа, как нектар. Понимаете? Ее природа как нектар. И поэтому со сегодняшнего дня ваше имя будет, слышите, пожалуйста, ваше имя будет Amrita Radha Devi Dasi. Слышали? Хорошо, хорошо. Поздравляю вас. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, все.
Next is Svetlana.
Svetlana from Moscow. Oh, okay. Okay, следующий Svetlana из Москвы. Svetlana, где вы? I think she's... Oh, there you are. Yes. Hare Krishna. Я должен говорить по-русски, or should I speak in English? Okay. So, Svetlana, пожалуйста, скажите, каким четырем регулирующим принципам вы обещаете следовать? Хорошо, спасибо. Хорошо. Окей. Ага. Окей. Я дам вам имя. Это имя подруга Шримати Радharani. Одна из гопи. Известная гопи. Со сегодняшнего дня ваше имя будет Shaibya Devi Dasi. Понятно? Shaibya Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Okay.
This is Sean from Midran.
Okay, Sean. Okay, Sean from Midran. There's Sean. Hare Krishna, Sean.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Haribol.
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Caitanya Swami Namine. Namami Bhakti Caitanya Prabhupada Sevinam Sri Raja Dana Mahatmaya Pradarshakam.
Okay, very good. Now I can speak English again. All right, so Sean, congratulations first of all. Very nice.
Thank you, Maharaj.
It's very nice indeed. So please tell us, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow for the rest of your life?
No meat, fish or eggs, no illicit sex, no intoxication, and no gambling.
Okay, good, thank you. And what's the minimum number of rounds of Hare Krishna you'll chant every day?
A minimum of 16 rounds of Hare Krishna.
Okay, okay. Very good, thank you. So I'm going to give you a name. It's the name, it basically refers to devotees. So when you add das on the end, as is the case with all of our initiated names, then it basically means that you are the servant of the devotees, more or less. So from today on, you will be known as Sadhu Das.
Thank you, Maharaj.
We'll write and send it in a written form, but I think you got the idea.
Sadhu Das.
Jai Sadhu Das Prabhu Ki Jai.
Kashmira.
Next is Haribol, Haribol. Next is Kashmira from Cape Town. Kashmira is here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Hare Krishna Kashmira. Haribol. So Kashmira, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, you're in the temple in Cape Town. Yes, you are. How
I'm
nice.
outside the temple, yes.
Oh, you're outside. Oh, Krishna. Oh dear. Okay. All right. Anyway, that's fine. Please tell us, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow?
Guru Maharaj, no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling.
Very good, thank you. And what's the minimum number of rounds you'll chant every day?
Minimum of 16 rounds.
Very good, thank you. So I'm going to give you a name. It's a name of Srimati Radharani. It means she is like, what would you say? The beautiful goddess of love, actually. That's basically what it means. And you're her servant. So from today on, your name will be Kandarpa Sundari Devi Dasi. And we will send it, we will write it and send it to you just so it's clear.
Krishna Chandra.
Oh, Krishna Chandra Prabhu. Oh yeah, Krishna Chandra Prabhu. Okay, Krishna Chandra Prabhu from, there he is, from Joburg. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
You never catch me doing those for the second time.
Let's mute everyone else.
Yeah, if you don't need to.
Namo Vishnu Krishna Vistaya Bhusale, Shrimati Bhakti Caitanya Swami Nityanamane, Namami Bhakti Caitanya Prabhupada Sevana, Sri Raja
Very good. Hare Krishna. I'm so happy that you've come to this point in your life, and that I can assist you in this way. So you please tell us, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow?
No eating fish or eggs unalcoholic, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex life.
Thank you very much, very good. And what's the minimum number of rounds you'll chant every day?
I vow to chant a minimum of 16 rounds.
Great, thank you very much. So I want to give you a name. There are actually 2 possibilities, because the main name which I'm going to present to you now, it's a very, it's connected with Ayindra Prabhu, who, I can see you're smiling there. I know you're a great appreciator of Ayindra Prabhu, like I am. So, but it's actually a name of Lord Caitanya. Anyway, I'll give you the name, and we'll see, stay with it for a few days. If you have difficulty with it, let me know. All right. So, I'm going to give you a name. Like I said, it's a name of Lord Caitanya. It basically it just means Lord Caitanya. And then at the end is Das, so you're a servant of Lord Caitanya. But there is the connection with His Grace Ayindra Prabhu, who was very dear to me and to so many devotees, and to you, because I know you're a great lover of kirtan and of performing kirtan, which is wonderful. So, therefore, from today on, your name will be Ayindra Caitanya Das. At least he's still smiling. I hope it's not too sort of dramatic. I think it's a beautiful name. And I checked with Deva Prabhu yesterday, and he thought so. So there you go. Ayindra Caitanya Prabhu Ki. And you please carry on with the kirtan.
Yes, very much.
Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
This will be Russian.
Okay, next is Maxime Prabhu, who's in Mayapur. He is in Max, Dr. Max. Sleshna Yakachu. Okay, Halasha. Jai Max, Hare Krishna. Спасибо, пожалуйста. Хорошо, спасибо. Okay. Хорошо, Макс, скажите, пожалуйста, каким 4 регулирующим принципам вы обещаете следовать? Спасибо, спасибо. И сколько кругов каждый день минимум? Спасибо, спасибо. Хорошо. Хорошо. Я хочу дать вам имя. Это имя Кришны. И имя означает, что Кришна, он, как сказать, пастушок, да? Пастушок? Да, он очень сладкий пастушок. Хорошо? Окей. Со сегодняшнего дня ваше имя будет Madhu Gopal Das. Madhu Gopal Prabhu Ki Jai.
Elaine?
Okay. Haribo, Uvidam Sakoja. Hare Krishna. Okay, next is Yelena. Yelena is Chelabinska. Hare Krishna. Oops, what happened? We lost, okay. Hare Krishna, Jai Yelena. Yelena, пожалуйста, скажите нам, каким 4 регулирующим принципам вы обещаете следовать? Хорошо, спасибо. Окей, спасибо тоже. Окей. Спасибо. Внимательно, насколько возможно. Спасибо, Елена. Окей. Hare Krishna. У нас очень красивое имя для вас. Очень красивое. Это имя Шримати Радharani. Это значит, означает, что у нее есть как золотое тело, да? И поэтому, слушайте, пожалуйста, со сегодняшнего дня ваше имя будет Radha Duty Devi Dasi. Вы слышали? Понятно? Еще раз. Devi Dasi. Хорошо. Jai, поздравляю. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Radha Duty Devi Dasi Ki Jai. Хорошо.
Next will be Alexei and Daria from my post.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Увидим се позже. Okay, следующий. Alexei и Daria и в Майяпура, из Майяпура. Кто контролирует? Вот, Hare Krishna. Haribol. А вы говорите достаточно по-английски или я должен говорить по-русски? Русский, okay, нет проблем. Okay, now, okay, Alexei, скажите мне, пожалуйста, каким 4 регулирующим принципам вы обещаете следовать? Спасибо вам. Хорошо. И далее, Даша, скажите, пожалуйста, каким 4 регулирующим принципам вы обещаете следовать? Окей, продолжайте, нет проблем. Окей. И сколько кругов каждый день? Да. No. Спасибо. Okay, let's see. All right, yes.
We're not streaming. We're not streaming.
We're not streaming. How do you mean? Oh, that. No, well, it went off. Yeah, we're not monitoring. That's what's happening. All right. No, it's streaming.
Okay.
Yeah. Хорошо. Ага. So, я хочу дать вам имени
Is this the right spelling if he's going?
имя Кришны и имя Шримати Радharani. Для вас, Алексей, со сегодняшнего дня ваше имя будет Achyuta Madhava Das. И далее ваше имя будет Achyuta Shri Devi Dasi. Поняли? Понятно? Слышали? Okay. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Achyuta Madhava Prabhu ki. Achyuta Shri Devi Dasi ki. Petras. Okay, Petras from Lithuania. Oh Krishna, this is now here, is it?
Yeah, it should. Oh,
Should
not
be
sure.
here.
Oh yeah, Raj Kishore? I think Lithuanian's on the English.
Oh, okay. Algus, okay, we need Petrus. Algus will be next.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Jai Petrus. Cape Young Circus. Microphone. Используйте микрофон, пожалуйста. Good. Hare Krishna. Да, я слушаю. Я don't... А вы не понимаете английский язык, да?
Лучше русский.
Лучше русский, нет проблем. Хорошо. Скажите, пожалуйста, каким 4 регулирующим принципам вы обещаете следовать?
Я обещаю не употреблять в пищу мясо, рыба, яйца, не принимать одурманивающие средства, не вступать в недозволенные половые отношения, не играть в азартные игры.
Хорошо.
Также обещаю каждый день повторять минимум 16 кругов Махамантры отчетно.
Спасибо. Okay, хорошо. Oops, we've disconnected again. So, я хочу дам вам имя, это имя Син Кришны. Это имя Син, главный Син Кришны. Со сегодняшнего дня ваше имя будет Pradyumna Das. Это понятно, да?
Понятно, Pradyumna Das.
Да, Pradyumna Das. Pradyumna Das Prabhu, окей. Хорошо. Поздравляю. Okay, и сейчас, and now Algis and Maria. Can you put yourselves...
Rajkishore? They're on the...
They're there, I know, they're there.
The
but
spotlight and
they're
they're
going
find
to... Who does that? Oh, what?
Oh, they're both.
Oh, double. Okay. So can I speak English or Russian? I can't speak Lithuanian. What's better? Oh, in Russian. She understands Russian, yeah? All right. Okay, so please, first you, Algis, tell us what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow? Oh, okay. Go ahead. Okay. Hare Krishna. Very good. Okay, thank you. Achula Bay. И Mataji Maria, я не знал, что вы говорите по-русски. Да продолжайте, пожалуйста, скажите нам. Хорошо, спасибо, Achula Bay. Achu. So, let's just see here. Okay. I'm going to give you, я хочу дать вам имени Algis, имя Кришны и Мария, имя Шримати Радharani. Algis, ваше имя означает Krishna, который первый царь, like the first king, the original king, original Lord. И Mataji Maria, ваше имя означает Srimati Radharani, Anna kak Pirvaya Energia Gospoda. Okay, Sisavordishna Danya, from today on, your names will be Vashaya Imani Budut, Adi Raj Das, and Adi Shakti Devi Dasi. Adi Raj Prabhu K. Adi Shakti Devi Dasi K. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Pozdravляю. Oops. Okay. All right, fine. So next is Avita from South Africa. Hare Krishna, Avita.
Krishna Maharaj.
Good. Well done. So please. Oh, okay.
Krishna Padaya, Krishna Prastaya Gotale, Srimati Bhakti Caitanya Swami Niti Namine. Namami Bhakti Caitanya Prabhupada Nusevanam Shri Prajadana, Mahatmya Prada Sakam Kripanam.
Very good. Avita, Hare Krishna, congratulations. So, please tell us, what are the 4 regulative principles you're vowing today to follow?
No meat eating, including fish and eggs, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex.
Thank you, very good. And how many rounds, what's the minimum number of rounds you'll chant every day?
The minimum of 16 rounds daily.
Well done, that's wonderful. So, you know, I thought of giving you the name of the wife of Shivananda Sen from Caitanya Leela, but I researched and researched. I could not find the name. It doesn't seem to be in the scriptures. So I've got another name. It's the name of one of the Manjaris, personal assistants of Srimati Radharani. From today on, your name will be Ashok Manjari Devi Dasi. Ashok Manjari Devi Dasi K. Haribol, Haribol.
Next is
All right.
Precious
Oh,
Joy. Yeah.
Joy. Okay. Digamba Joy.
Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna appeared in the opulent form, with the 400 form, in front of Supreme Lord, in front of his parents Vasudeva and Devaki. Supreme Lord gives that honor to the pure devotees of the Lord to be mother and father. And he saw that Abdhuta Rupa, wonderful form, with a fully holding the Shankh Chakra Gada Padma, well decorated in the crown mukut, the Vaidurya jewel, and the neck was the Kaustubhamani, and well decorated with the gold ornaments and yellow silk dhoti, very beautiful form of the Lord. Having seen, immediately he understood, Vasudeva understood that is the Supreme Personality Godhead. Mentally, he donated 10,000 cows to the Brahmanas as charity. When a child is born, giving charity to Brahmana is very, very auspicious. And he offered wonderful prayers to the Supreme Lord. And after offering prayers, he also said that, my dear Lord, you appeared to kill the demonic people. And Kamsa, who is the leader of the demonic kings, killed your elder brothers. You came here to protect the Yadus. And after that he offering the prayers, then Devaki offering the prayers. Rupam yattat pravravyatmanam Brahmajyoti nirgunam nirvikaram satta matram nirvishesham nireham sattvam sachad vishnuradhyatma deepaha. By this philosophical glorification, it seems that Devaki also got the transcendent knowledge. Why not? When the Supreme Lord himself was in the womb of Mother Devaki, Devaki already purified of the material contaminations, and she was transcendentally situated. Therefore, when one is situated in transcendental position, means freed from material contamination, you will be in the natural position of the Satchidananda Swarupa, full of knowledge, Chit. So, as such, she got the transcendental knowledge. They wonderfully offering prayers. My dear Lord, there are different Vedas, some of which describe you as unperceivable through words and mind. Yet you are the origin of entire cosmic manifestation. Brahma Jyoti Nirgunam Nirvikaram Satta Matram. You are Brahman, the greatest of everything, full of effulgence like the sun. You are no material cause. You are free from the change and deviation, nirvikaram. And you have no material desires. That the Vedas say that you are the substance. Therefore, my Lord, you are directly origin of all Vedic statements. And by understanding you, one gradually understands everything. Sattvam Sachad Vishnu Adhyatma Deepam. You are the directly Supreme Personality Godhead. She understood. She is the Lord is the Supreme Lord. Nashte loke dviparardha vasani aham mahabhuteshu adibhutam gateshu vyakto vyaktoyam kala vege nayate bhavane kasrishyate ashesha sanya. Nashte loke dviparardha. Brahma's day, it is called hours day also, up to midday is called. Day is called half day, after the midday next the sunset is called second half. So Dviparar of day. When the end of the Brahma's one day, which takes millions of years, as a time of cosmic annihilation, when everything is manifested and manifested, unmanifested, it is annihilated by the force of time. The five gross elements enter into the subtle conception, and the manifested categories enter into the unmanifested substance. At the time, you alone remain, and you are known as Ananta Sheshanaga. That called the time, it is called Pradhan. Inaugurator of the material energy. This wonderful creation works under your control of time, which is divided into seconds, minutes, hours, years. The element of time, which extends for many years, millions of years, is but another form of your lordships. For your pastimes, you act as the controller of the time, but you are the reservoir of all good fortune. Let me offer my full surrender to your lotus feet. Tam Taveshanam Chemadham Prapadye. My dear, Marcho Mrityu Vyala Bhita Palayan Lokan Sarva Nirbhayam Nadhyagachat Tvatpadabjam Prapya Druchayadhya Sustha Shete Mrityu Paraspadayati. The Marcho Mrityuvala Bhita Pralayan. In the material existence, all the living entities are afraid of this death. Vyala means the snake. Cobra is called Vyala. No one in the material world is free from the four principles of birth, death and old age and disease. Even by fleeing to various planets. But now that you have appeared, my Lord, death is fleeing in fear of you. And the living entities, having attained the shelter of your lotus feet by your mercy, are sleeping in full mental peace. Tat padabjam prapya yadruchayadhya. The one who takes the shelter of the Supreme Personal Lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, only they can be free of the fear. Fear is the death. Devotees will be free of the death because they know that death is imminent, no one can stop it. So they are not afraid of the death. Janma se mayaso satvam ghorat ugra senatna jana rahistrastan bhrutya vitrasahasi rupam chedam paurusham dhyana dishnam ma pratyacham ma sadusham krishna. Devaki is afraid of Kamsa. Having seen the Supreme Personality Godhead directly, still because of the motherly affection, she is afraid of Kamsa. Because you dispel all the fear of your devotees, I request you to save us and give us protection from terrible fear of Kamsa. Your form as a Vishnu, Supreme Personality Godhead, is appreciated by the yogis in meditation. Please make this form invisible to those who see with the material eyes. Means basically she wants to say that please disappear, don't be visible to Kamsa, he can kill you. Janmate mayaso papo ma vidyan madhusudana samudvije bhavat tejo kamsad aham adhiradi. Because of your appearance, I am becoming more and more fearful of Kamsa. Therefore, please arrange for that sinful Kamsa to be unable to understand that you have taken birth. Why she is afraid? Because the moment Kamsa knows that she has delivered a baby, he will come and kill you. That is motherly affection making her. She knows one side she has seen the Supreme Lord standing in front of her. At the same time, because of the motherly affection, she is thinking that her little child who is Supreme Lord may be killed by Kamsa. Upasamhar Vishwatman Adho Rupam Alaukikam Shanka Chakra Gada Padyam Sriya Jushtam Chaturbhujam. Supreme Lord Vishnu Krishna appeared in the 400 form. And that's why I say that, my dear Lord, this 400 form of yours with well decorated Shankuchakra Gada Padma is not natural for this material world. Maybe for the spiritual world it could be, but in the material world it is not natural. So therefore, Upasamvara, please withdraw this 400 form. And withdraw this 400 form and assume the natural form of this material world. Vishwamyate tattvano nishante yathavakasham purusha paro bhavan bhivarti soyam mama garbha gobhu aho nulokasya vidambanahi. My dear Lord, when I think that you were in my womb, I become mad. The entire universe is in your abdomen. And that Supreme Lord who keeps the entire universe in your abdomen, that Supreme Lord, that Virat Purusha, universal form, was in my womb. When I think of this, I become mad. Vidambanam. But Supreme Lord, what is the time now? Huh? Now Supreme Lord Krishna, who appeared in the 400 form, want to assure that why he shown his four-handed form. He said in the previous life, in the previous life, mother, your name was Prishni and Vasudeva was the Sutapa, Manu. Both performed austerities very severely. Pleased with your austerities when appeared in front of you, and asked you to ask for any benediction, and you told me that you want to have a son like me. I said, so be it, tathastu, 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 so be it, so be it, so be it, 3 times. Later I thought, there is no one like me. I am alone in this material world, in this universe. No one can be, there is no second one like me. Therefore, I decided to appear as your son. In the Satya Yuga, I appeared as your son. That time I was called Krishnagarbha. In Treta Yuga, I appeared as the Upendra, Vamana. Now, I wanted to show that the same personality Godhead, now I am appearing as your son. When you take care of me in the Brahma Bhava, understanding that I am Supreme Personality Godhead, and you look after me in that way, when you leave this body, you will not take birth again, you will go back home, back to Godhead. एतद्वाम दर्शितम रूपम प्राग्जन्म स्मरणायमे नन्यथा मद्भवम ज्ञानम मर्त्यलिंगे न जायते. I shown you my form of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. If I appeared as a like ordinary human being, child, you could not believe that Supreme Lord appeared as your son. Yuva mam putra bhavena Brahma bhavena chasakritat chintayanto kritasneho yasyete madgatim param. If you look after me, not as just a material child, but as the Supreme Lord. Think of me as your son, but always know that I am the Supreme Personality Godhead. By thus thinking me constantly with love and affection, you will come back to me. After saying so, immediately because mother wanted that this 400 form is natural for, not natural for this material world, so assume the natural form. So honoring the request of mother, immediately pitro sampashyato sajjo, while the mother and father looking sampashyato, babu aprakrita shishu, immediately assumed the small natural form of a little child. When the child normally born starts crying, if the child is not crying, people think that child is dead. But now Lord Krishna appeared but did not cry, because if he cries, the message will go to Kamsa. That's why he kept quiet. We stop here at the time for Rajabhog Arati. After that we will see it. श्रीमद् भागवत पुराण की जय, जगत वृषल प्रपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय.